What's up, guys? It's the Dividend Prophet, and today I'm back with another video. I just want to say thank you for everyone who has taken the time to support me. I really do appreciate you guys. But we are going to go ahead and jump right into it because these videos do decide to get a little long. And I want to try to make this one as quick as possible just because I feel like I'm also making this video kind of late, right? So today we're going to be talking about LivePerson, ticker symbol LPSN. Now, this is why I'm saying I'm kind of late. I know I said that with REKR and I said that with RVSN, and we know how those went today. So hopefully I'm not still too late on these and I can try to, communicate to get in, potentially, do your own due diligence. This isn't financial advice to people before it completely takes off, right? So I was able to get in today around 1:30. After market, it's already going to 155. The reason I'm still making this video is because I do still see a lot of potential for this one, guys, already. So obviously these are the two prices that we closed at. Really liking it. Love to see an angel number once again. Not going to do too much technical analysis like always on these videos. Now the RSI, was at 70. It was over 70 earlier. As you can see, it's doing a little bit of a small correction. MACD still open, still moving in a pretty good upwards trend, guys. I'm really loving to see it, right? We're kind of just going up. Also starting to see more volume going on here. Also really love to see it. If you guys do want to check out some technical analysis, one page that I do really recommend is going to be this guy right here, Trade Spotting. He does a great job of talking about the technical analysis for LPSN, and this was 11 hours ago. So if you guys are looking for technical analysis, I would check his video out because I will not be going over it today. But let's go into what LivePerson is and why I'm still so bullish on it for it to only be $1.55 currently. So let's get into what they are and what their business actually does.
Good evening. Thank you for calling Arrow Air. I'm Archer, your AI guide. How may I assist you?
Hi, I've been planning my family's spring vacation to Hawaii for months. I just received a notification that our flight has been delayed by 8 hours. This is unacceptable, and we need an earlier flight.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Dana. I understand how frustrating this must be for you. Let me check if there are any earlier flights available. I have found an earlier flight, but unfortunately, it's not possible for your family to sit together. It departs at 11:45 a.m. tomorrow morning and arrives at 3:17 p.m. Would you like me to book this flight for you?
This is very disappointing. We've spent so much money, and now we can't even sit together on the plane. I guess we don't have a choice. Go ahead and book the earlier flight.
Okay, I have updated your reservation and sent your itinerary to you in an Arrow Air app message. Did you receive it?
Yes, I got it. Thank you for that.
I understand this delay is inconvenient. To make it up to you, I'd like to offer you 20,000 bonus miles or a $200 voucher towards a snorkel or whale watching trip through our travel partner, Hawaii Adventures. Which would you prefer?
I'm interested, but our pizza delivery just got here and I need to go.
Not a problem, Dana. I can send you the information in an app message. Would that be okay?
Yes, thanks. Gotta go. Bye.
But guys, that's pretty much self-explanatory of like what the company actually is. One thing I really do like is it's very self-explanatory. Like it's not too hard to understand. And then one thing I also love about the company is going to be their marketing, man. I mean, even this one, love to see it. Like you could just tell their marketing is on point, guys. Like it's beautifully done. And compared to how they used to be, they're really starting to put their back into marketing. I'm really liking to see, just a bunch of different videos that we could potentially watch. And I want to say they do an amazing job connecting their customers and engaging their customers when it came to these podcasts and everything. But we are going to go ahead and jump right into it. So now that we know the price, right, how much it's going for right now, we're going to automatically get right into the financials, right? Because I know you guys like when I talk about the financials a little bit, right? But their employees are located in about 21 countries. Really liking to see that they're trying to go global. That is going to be really, really good. Alrighty. So one thing that really stood out to me in their annual report letter was that they have an impressive list of Fortune 500 companies, right? So their customers aren't just like itty bitty random people. Obviously they're always going to have those, but they are partnering with some Fortune 500 companies, which is just something that I love to see. Now, one thing that I do really want to go into is going to be this guy right here, the CEO. Not going to go into him fully yet, but don't forget this guy. He's going to be kind of important later. Now, as far as it comes to the LivePerson's customers, I mean, we have HSBC, right? Banking, I mean, Open Universities obviously speaks for itself. Frost, it's going to be the same thing. Customer satisfactory report is what this means. Is what that means. A 91% customer satisfaction score. And they're able to offer 24/7 human support, right? So, like, the people that they are having working are obviously going to have a lot more support. I mean, I just like to see it. Like, they have real case studies through and through again with their customers that are more than happy, it seems like, to be using their service and their customer. And to be using their product, right? Another couple cool things that stood out to me in this annual report, which I really recommend that you guys go take a look at if you are going to invest into it, because I really believe that if you're going to be investing in a lot of these companies, you guys should kind of like understand what's going on. Where is it at? Yeah. So they were throwing out some quotes and stuff in here just to like kind of prove the viability of their business. Like, I mean, they didn't specifically say which company, unfortunately, that they were working with, but 220% increased agent productivity within 12-week launch is just beautiful. I mean, we love to see those numbers, right? And then one thing that also is really cool is that the AI kind of passed over it, right? It kind of talks about their AI and like what kind it is. It's a language learning model. See if I can find it real quick. I kind of skipped over that part. Yeah, so like powered by agent tools, using a bunch of different ones that kind of already exist, but obviously they use a learning language model. So over 20 years of conversational data and more than 1 billion messaging transcripts, right? So that just means they have a whole bunch of data at hand that they can incorporate into this language learning model, aka the AI, to pretty much learn and to cater to their customers better, right? I kind of talk about it in a lot of the videos, but it's like when you get this much data and you have access to 20 plus years ahead of your competitors, as long as you have good management that knows what to do with that data, you can really start, way ahead of the game. You can really put yourself so far ahead because your AI, it's really going to be about data, right? And then one thing that I really did like, obviously they love to include the Fortune 500 companies, but one thing that I did really like is that it's multiple, it's global. United States, Canada, Latin America, Europe, and Asia, where I really, really did love to see that. Like I said, guys, this is something that you guys should really take the time to go into if you're going to invest in the company. But I also love to see that they had a bunch of patents and portfolios. I just love to make sure that they're protecting their business. And this is another reason why I said you guys should definitely do your own research and go through here, because there are a couple things right there important. There are a couple things like right here, right? It's talking about some of the flaws that they have, some of your risk factors. I just think that's important to go through when you're understanding the company, especially for those of you in the comments that always like to ask, am I going to be holding long term or are you going to be holding short term? This is definitely something that you want to take a glance at and see if if the benefits outweigh the risk, right? I'm obviously still investing into the company because I believe so, but obviously do your own due diligence, right? Same is going to be here. It's going to go into detail about a lot of the stuff that's happening. But let's kind of take a little bit of a deeper look into some of these financials. So quarter three, so this is quarter three, revenue of 74.2 million, and they pretty much beat what was expected. Love to see that. B2B core reoccurring revenue, right? 93% of total revenue, which is really good because that means it's obviously consistent. I love to see reoccurring revenue models within companies. 93% of total revenue is just amazing. Another thing that I love to see, total deal count of 44 in quarter three. Love to see it, love to see it. 2 7-figure deals, also love to see it, right? Once again, I always say it, I love to see when these smaller companies are obviously trying to increase their sales and are increasing their sales and cutting back costs. Those are going to be the main two things I'm looking at before I go in. Once again, the financials don't have to be perfect, but I do need to see increasing revenue and decrease of cost. Love to see it. Now, here are some notable ones. Unfortunately, I could not figure out which company they were specifically referring to when it said health insurance. So that's another thing. I mean, if somebody can comment that down below, that would be great. But I mean, I just love to see these stats. The stats are beautiful. Help them achieve 220% growth in digital sales with over 80% customer satisfaction rate. Guys, I work in customer service, and it is hard, at least in person, to make customers this happy. And I worked at Best Buy, so it's just that queue system. That's a whole nother conversation, right? But it's to see those kinds of numbers when it comes to customer satisfaction. I hear it all the time. Customers are not like happy with a lot of the way customer service is going nowadays. So if they're able to get those rates high, I'm really loving to see it, right? Once again, loving to see these B2B reoccurring revenues. Now, I know a lot of people did like to comment that the revenue was decreasing, right? I still don't necessarily see this as a problem. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're still not doing bad. I think it does need to change. I mean, like obviously it can't be showing a consistent downtrend all the way to like 20 million. Of course not, right? But you can tell that they are putting an emphasis on growing their actual market itself. Like I do like to see the international market start to get bigger over time. That is something that I like to see. That means that they're not just pretty much stuck here. And once again, these key indicators are going to be down here as well. I mean, average revenue per customer, it's going to be the same as last quarter. Remaining performance obligations, they are very transparent about it. Obviously, they're below their target range of 105 and 115, sitting at 79%. So this did go down. Right, so this is going to be essentially their financials for Q4 2024. So pretty much the reason I'm looking at this and I'm still really bullish on it is because of these numbers right here. It's going to be their revenue, right? Their revenue guidance. They're not doing that bad. And this is where this comes to be important. We're going to start to talk about SoundHound, right? SoundHound AI sitting at 2268 on the analyst. It's saying it's a buy. I still think it's a buy. I still love this company. I'm still very bullish. But at the same time, we're going to get into why I still love LivePerson. So SoundHound and LivePerson are going to be very similar. Let me go up and kind of actually explain what they do just a tad bit more before I go into this, right? They pretty much have voice AI solutions for your industry. Granted, right now they kind of focus more on restaurants, automotive, smart devices, hospitality, contact centers, whatever. I mean, they still do a pretty good job at what they do. We're going to just play this real quick, just so you can get like a
This is dynamic interaction from SoundHound. That means natural language understanding that happens as fast as you speak. The system is already listening. Watch the cart update in real time as we order. Can I get a pulled pork burger with a deli bun and mustard and pickles? I'd also like a kid's mac and cheese with milk and yogurt and a large Coke and French fries. We can edit the cart with voice. Make the Coke a small. I don't want the French fries. and change that to apple juice for the kids' mac and cheese.
So boom, I'm pretty sure y'all get it.
Notice
Once
how-
again, like it's pretty self-explanatory. That's why people are so bullish on these. It makes sense. It's easy to understand, and it has actual applications, right? Which is where you see these come in. If you want to buy SoundHound as essentially a hedge against your position LPSN, that would be great. Essentially, you would benefit off of both. Either way, it's showing that companies are moving in this direction. The reason I am comparing it, right, to this company right here is because of this one thing. It's going to be their third quarter revenue, right? Their third quarter revenue, reported revenue, is 25.1 million on an increase of 89% year over year, which is great, right? Which is great. But if we're looking at the revenue, LivePerson is making essentially more revenue than SoundHound. So if SoundHound is sitting at 2268 and they're only reporting 25.1 of revenue, it's just making me think a little bit. It's just making me think a little bit, right? So they are going to be essentially a big competitor for LPSN, and this is why I'm really highlighting them, right? Because they do want to contribute over a bunch of different, industries in a sense. Because previously, 90% of automotive only wasn't doing them as well. Now they're trying to branch out, which is going to be very, very important. But I'm not going to spend too much time on this company, but I feel like I would be in the wrong if I didn't kind of bring it up. But the reason why I'm so bullish on this company is going to be strictly because of this man right here. LPSN, the main reason it hasn't moved the way it's supposed to move, I believe, is because of the management, right? This is a new CEO. He came in 2024, right? January 2024, officially going to mark a year, January 2025. He was able, right? He worked at VMware before he became the CEO here, where he led a 7,000 person global customer success organization, right? Customer success organization, growing its revenue to 1.3 billion and overseeing customer experience for more than 350,000 customers. Revenue stream of over 950 million. This guy right here has experience in the game. Experience in the game, and he is hungry. He is hungry. And when you have experience in the game and the people behind you, right? A whole bunch of new people behind you. And you have good marketing, you're gonna get me thinking a little bit, right? You're gonna get me thinking. And the whole concept is it's for 135 right now, guys. Or sorry, 155, because it is kind of going up. Right? This is essentially the company now. VMware got bought out by Broadcom because it was doing so well. And it was such a great idea, essentially. Right? I would love to see the same thing happen with LivePerson. Like, I would genuinely love to see it. The marketing is good. I think the management is good. And this is why it's so important to really understand the CEO that's behind this, right? I believe it's great. And now we're going to kind of get into the partners. LivePerson, I want to say their partners aren't going to be as impressive as SoundHound. I mean, SoundHound had some heavy hitters, guys, some heavy hitters. But LivePerson still does have some cool Fortune 500 companies in here that they like to just try to slide in there, right? One of the main ones that stood out to me was obviously going to be Cisco. Cisco is going to be a pretty big one that they just tried to throw in there. Right? A couple of these. Cool. Pretty sure this is the marketing company that they work pretty closely with. And then one thing that I do like to see, right, is that diversification of global, right? Because if they are competing directly with SoundHound, then being able to go global a little bit and expand and get some revenues from that international more is definitely going to put them in a good position if SoundHound does continue to go parabolic as they are, right? Love to also see Salesforce right here. Those are just like the main two that stood out to me. But as I always say, I only need one. I do like to see the Cisco, and I do like to see the Salesforce one as well. And like I said, I do love to see these right here. I forgot to mention this one. right? I love to see the Spanish speaking ones, as well as I am going to go on to their global partners real quick, and just like some countries that they're in, we have United States, UK, Spain, Japan, Italy, couple cool ones, right? Couple cool ones. So I am liking to see that they do have a list of partners, and I do like to see that they are probably going to be moving in the right direction, right? Let's be pretty realistic here. Now, I am going to kind of go through some of their stats because I am a stats person, and I do really love to look at it. 30% reduction in operating costs. That is a lot of money by just incorporating this one thing, right? 10% increase in customer satisfaction. That's amazing for a lot of these companies, right? These things are important. Customer satisfaction, keeping them coming back is going to be very important. Here's also where some of the brands that they were working with really comes into play, and why I'm also pretty bullish on it. I mean, even though SoundHound does have some heavy hitters, as you can see, the two markets that they're in is still going to be very different than LivePerson. We're seeing a lot of restaurants. We're seeing a lot of more so car companies, and those are going to be the main ones, right? Even though the restaurant ones that they're having are heavy hitters, those are going to be the main ones. I'm not going to lie, LivePerson probably not going to be able to take over the restaurant industry because SoundHound's already in there, but I don't think that's going to stop them too much from running in a bunch of these other sectors, such as finance, insurance, um, just these different, just two completely different uh, sectors essentially. And I'm going to go to this one video. This was a good one too, right? I mean, they were interviewing Chris Maloney here, and he was talking about like mortgages and just leveraging AI, and it was a really interesting listen. So if you guys have time, I would definitely listen to that as well. But one thing that did stand out to me, I'll talk about this first, right? Automation rate 90% out. You guys know I love automation. You guys know I love to talk about autonomous. You guys know I like to talk about the population decline. Population is declining. It's not like anything scary, alarming, or alert, but it is something that is happening, right? So essentially, some of these jobs getting automated, once again, is not a bad thing. So I really don't mind seeing it. Um, and I think it's coming either way. Uh, we're going to go down. We're going to go down. Now, one thing that I did see that was pretty interesting, but it made me kind of sad, right? Made me kind of sad was this on the far right here, the one from Chipotle, Nicole West. A lot of people, when they're talking about DD, they like to mention that, like, oh, they could partner with Chipotle. I do believe that this partnership is going to be out of the window because when I went to go read the press release, it was from 2020, unfortunately. But the cool concept was they did honestly enjoy working with LivePerson, and they did enjoy working with the CEO. So they still might have potential to come back and work, right? Because Chipotle's new concierge bot, Pepper, right? And that's why a lot of people are kind of bullish on the things like ticker symbol RRR and sorry, just RR. I don't know why I said that three times. I'm thinking of GRR, but ticker symbol RR, and why they're bullish on SRVE. Um, bro, SERV. I don't know. I don't know why I said it like that, right? But essentially, why they're bullish on these. Like, it is pretty interesting. Just to see how some of these things are just going, right? I don't even like it's just really interesting, like the way the technology game is really just changing, the way it's going. I think it's just really interesting to see. um David Bridal was forced to close obviously by COVID-19. 90% in store to 100% digital, 700% in sales via messaging. Online shopping is becoming the new thing, which is also why I always like to bring it up, why I'm very bullish on Amazon as well, because a lot of people are just online shopping. A lot of things that are in stores, like it's just easier to get it online. Um, Now, as far as this was very interesting as well, right? This was a little old, but this is the same article. Where'd it go? Oh, they did get you know, some awards and stuff that I wanted to mention. A lot of this stuff once again is from 2020, but I did love to see that they were kind of working towards getting some awards for certain things. Now, as far as market sentiment, that's going to be one of the main things that I'm looking at. LivePerson, right? LPSN, 9,000 call options on the stock. This represents an increase of approximately 456% compared to a typical volume of 1,633%, right? I also always love to check Reddit. 5 months, 2 days, 7 months, 17 days, 6 months, 5 months, right? It doesn't look like there's that much going on, but there is, right? This was 39 minutes ago. This one was 4 hours ago. The market is starting to warm back up. It's starting to warm back up to LPSN, and people are starting to pay attention to it. And the volume is going to start increasing. Right here, the volume is going to start increasing. I do want to shout out, if you guys are on After Hour, this person right here, and Sir Jack, just because she has been buying up LPSN a lot. A lot. This is from a while ago, right? But essentially a very, very big bag holder that's been repping LPSN for a very, very long time. Now, another thing that I do want to mention, what is it? It's like, hold on, I gotta look up this quote real quick, guys, because it's pretty interesting. Oh my goodness, guys, I need to change my Bing. And I can't spell. That's even fun. Right here. December 26, 2024. Now, I'm not saying just because Elon Musk said to get in means that we get in, but I am saying that when multi-million-dollar CEO Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, whatever, is saying stuff like this, I think it, it just makes you think a little bit. I'll say it that way. I don't want to, say that this is how it's going to be and this is how the future is going to be. But all I'm saying is we're already seeing it with SoundHound, right? We're already kind of seeing LivePerson get more traction. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it keep moving in this direction, right? As technology grows and as technology develops, I would not be surprised if we just saw it continuously move this way. But I just want to say, guys, I do appreciate everybody for supporting this video and supporting my other videos. God has really blessed me with this opportunity to share this with you guys. And I just want to say thank you for everybody that has been so supportive and has sent me some kind words and messages. I have got a little bit of influx from the Reddit trolls. So when you guys do leave positive comments, that always means the world to me. So I just want to say thank you for everyone that does take the support and time to encourage, a young kid's dream of just trying to help people out financially and just in general. It means the world to me, and I just want to say thank you, and thank God for the opportunity that He's put me in today. But I just want to say once again, thank you guys for watching. I've already entered in LPSN. This is not financial advice, not telling you guys to enter in, but I know that I have my position, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I was able to kind of explain what they do. Let me know if you guys have any other stocks that you would like me to cover. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Peace out.